Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate here the spikeless platform setup for palm climbing. You can see here that there's a lower platform and an upper, and this is the teeth that prevent the stand from slipping. They're pretty sharp, they're like a serrated edge, but it's definitely harm reduction from the traditional method using spikes to climb up and down, which leave a nasty pockmark and hole up and down the palm you're climbing. So this consists of a lower platform, and the way to set it up is, what you want to do is put it up against the palm like this, and there's latches here. You undo the latch, throw it around the stem, and what you want to do is you want to set it up in such a way that when you weight down the stand, that's the maximum it'll go. This is a tiny palm. When you weight down the stand, you want to make sure that it's not too far up like this, although with coconut trees it starts off at an upward angle like this because the palm is very fat at the base, and as you get to the skinnier parts, the diameter closes in and the stand flattens out. But with a palm like this, it's a fairly consistent diameter all the way up to the top. This is a sufficient setting for this. So the lower platform goes on, and now you have the upper platform, which is just basically a miniature version of the lower, and you set it up in the same way. So I'll get on here and I'll show you guys how we climb up and down. Now with the upper platform, I find it's more comfortable to have a little bit of a downward angle. And that little bit of a downward angle allows you to, like this, allows you to really rest all your body weight on the stand. Now before we start climbing, you need to be safetied in. So I find it helps to have your safety lanyard on top, like this, and that way you can grab both your lanyard and the arms of the platform at the same time when you're climbing. So I'll go up a couple of feet here, stick your feet in the lower platform here, underneath this rail, and you basically just transfer your weight up to your elbows, bring your feet up, slide the upper platform up, slide the upper platform up like this, and you basically just do this all the way to the top of the palm. Make sure your lanyard doesn't get tangled up with the safety strap here. Now, as you can see, as the diameter gets smaller, you need to adjust the upper platform so it doesn't slide down like that. So again, you angle it downward. You take in as much slack as it'll let you adjust. And we continue on the climb. And now when you reach the top of the palm, to the crown here, this allows you, the platform, it allows you to lean back. You can move around the platform. It's not going to go anywhere. This palm can be swaying in the wind. You're safe. You're lanyarded in. And now to get back down, you can do one of two ways. You can either set your false crotch and rappel down, or you can just reverse the process and just begin doing exactly opposite of what we just did. Fairly fast, quick method. Uses the larger muscles of your body, your abdomen, and your large leg muscles. And as you can see, That was about a 20-foot palm, and I descended with the platform in only a couple of seconds. So now we unsafety. Now that we're at a decent level here, the palm's starting to get fatter, so take out a little more slack here. Come around to this side. And you just step off the platform, like so. And as you can see, there's only minor scuff marks, but that's less than a millimeter thick. That'll dry out in the sunlight, and it'll just look like the rest of the bark. These are not very deep at all. I can't even get my fingernail into these scuff marks. So that's basically all the stand does, is it scuffs up the bark of the palm, but that's a lot better than sticking a 1.5 or 2.5 inch thick spike into the palm stem. There are other alternatives. There are rings that you can wear, which are basically foot pedals that have these flat sheet metal rings that go around the palm. They're called the Bum Velo Climbers, and those are about $3,000 for a set. This stand in America only costs about $400, about $375, depending on where you live, the shipping costs. One thing I do want to point out with the stand is when you buy one, these are meant to fold up. There's rails here, and there's a little groove where this locks into, and what you want to do is you want to get a welder friend and have him weld where this meets this, have him weld it together, take this bolt out and just weld it straight to the platform. The reason is those parts tend to wear out after a while, and those components need to be replaced. So to overcome that, get it welded. Same thing with the top. You see the top folds up, so you're going to want to get this part welded. There's a couple of beads here. And now the straps that secure to the back of the tree are made out of a really thick rubber. It's rated to hold a maximum of 350 pounds. So if you weigh 300 pounds, I probably wouldn't be using the platforms if I were you. But again, that's a much better alternative to scale up a palm than using spikes.